Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to cover a book that's been banned multiple times. It's mildly controversial if you're conservative. So this is I Am Jazz. It's written by Jessica Herthel and Jazz Jennings. It's pictures by Sheila McNicholas. So this is a book about a little girl by the name of Jazz who is transgender. So she was born her biological sex was male. So she was, for all intents and purposes, born a boy. But starting at age 2, she always was attracted to unicorns and dancing and wearing dresses. And so this kind of tells the story. So, random. My cats are outside. So, how she liked playing mermaids. She liked her friends were girls. She always saw herself as a girl, but she's not exactly like them. So, she was different. She was originally born a boy. So you see her pictures, her playing with her dad, and she wants to play with dolls and not blocks. And she's more interested in playing with her sister than she is with her brothers. So, and she never really wanted to play like a boy, as so to speak. So, and she kept trying to convince her parents, and they didn't understand. Until finally, they went to a doctor, and the doctor diagnosed her as transgender. She has technically, it's something called, I believe it's body dysmorphia, where essentially children, humans, are born, I believe what the science has found is they have the brain structure often of the opposite biological sex. So in the case of Jazz, why her body was male, her brain was designed female. So that was who she was. So her parents allowed her, after hearing this, to wear dresses and to grow her hair long. So, but at first her school did not understand. They would call her by her boy name. They would insist she play on the boys' team on soccer. And then eventually they kind of understood. And she was able to, and people still think she's different. So this is who she is. And now this is the real picture. This is what she looked like when she was still being presented as male. This is what she looks like. Not now. I think she's an adult at this point. I have to double check. But as a young girl. So, and then just a picture of her in a mermaid tail, because that's who she is. And it talks a little bit about children. Yes, it's gender dysmorphia. And they can't control it. It's how they're born. So, again, here's a little bit more. She's 13 here. So this is Jazz. And this is the author. And then there's the illustrator at the bottom. So this is a very good book to read to young children who, to either, if they have gender dysmorphia, I don't want to say suffering from it, because you're not really suffering, but who have gender dysmorphia and are transgender, or pretty much to any child, to understand what transgender is. It very much explains it in a way that children can understand. And again, it's representative of the community because it's written by this young girl, Jazz, who is in fact transgender. And her parents, thankfully, had the right doctor and explained who she really was, and that this was okay. And this is who she is. This is how her brain is structured. And this is something she was born. It's not something she's going to grow out of. I am covering the more advanced book written by Jazz this month. I don't know which one I'm covering first. just look at my calendar. But this is the little kids version. And it is fantastic. And I love the way this is presented. Why? I do not know currently anybody who is in fact transgender. I am very much an ally of the community. And that is what I'm raising my daughter specifically to be, an ally to the community. So for anyone who you're teaching your children who these people are, the fact that they can't change it, and that we need to accept them for the gender that they are presenting, not their biological sex, which is a different thing and very, very complicated. How genes work is, it's not what you learned in high school. It's just not. It's far more complicated. It's far more complicated than the stuff that we learned. And yes, I did learn this in 7th grade or 8th grade science. It's the genome is complicated, and the way the brain structure works. And again, this is what they've found in science, that the brain structure is in fact different in people who are transgender. Kind of like there's brain structures different in this creature, though this is a completely different creature. This is Kendra. She is 13. By the time you guys see this, she might be 14. She's 13 in the video. She's my calico. I've had her for a very, very long time. And she has nothing to do with transgender. She is a cat. So it's just, her genetics are very interesting as well. Even animals. She is a calico. Pretty much, calicos are always female because of their coloring. And again, genetics. So if you find a male calico, he's really, really rare. It's like one in like 3,300. And they're most likely sterile because genetics. But that has nothing to do with this. Fantastic book. If you're teaching your kids, which you should, about transgender people, this is a great book. I am covering the more advanced books. My cat is being annoying here. Kendra, don't. Okay, sorry. I have to clip these things together. It looks funny. My cat shut off the video when we were discussing this thing. So, fantastic. Again, as I was saying, fantastic book. Annoying cat. Very, very annoying cat. But if you like what you see, be sure to check out the rest of the channel. I am covering transgenders this month. I think it might be May. I have to check my schedule. I have these things all planned out. They're on a Excel spreadsheet. I cover books like this. I cover the children's books. I cover I've covered fiction, nonfiction, all sorts of videos. I'm probably covering at least some. Kendra, stop being annoying and stay away from there. And my mouse. I've already messed things up. So, along with fiction, nonfiction, I'm trying to cover some films on the LGBTQ plus community. Some of these are going to be short films on YouTube, just because it's 2022. We just don't have a lot of transgender videos. Will you stop fighting me and go away? She's annoying and vicious. Extremely vicious, but again, she's a senior cat. So check out the rest of the channel. Besides, obviously, I've covered a lot of different children's books, films, multicultural stuff, fun stuff. I'm doing a whole bunch of book series this season, this year, including, I think, with the Guardians of Gahul should be going on right now. Covered the Princess Diaries. Covered More Tamora Pierce. So far, if you're looking at my entire channel, I've covered her Circle of Magic and Circle Opens, as well as The Will of the Empress quartets. I've covered the ones that came out this year are the Song of the Lioness and the Immortals. I will probably cover more in 2024. I'll most likely cover the Becca series. I can't remember what that's called. Another Tortall series, and the Guardian of the Protector of the Small. And I think that will be all, because that's all I have. I may cover Melting Stones and Battle Magic, which are part of the Circle series. I own those. All the Tamora Pierce books I just mentioned, I own, because I'm a big fan of the author. But again, I also do some board games. We'll add some more educational stuff. I have some travel videos. I will add more travel videos as we travel. I have, as of this shooting, my child is still 3. I don't think this is being shot all the way through July, which will, oddly enough, when she turns 4. So we will add more homeschooling stuff as my child gets into that. Right now, I think I have a couple board games up. I need to cover more. By the time you guys see this, hopefully I'll have covered more. I have a small child. I'm frequently exhausted. That is the rest of the channel. Again, sorry about the weird edit. My cat turned off the camera. So, thank you. And like and subscribe. Leave a positive comment if you have one.